I'm not sure what it's doing here. I'm just going to leave. Okay, so which one is this? This is the one. All right, so the format of this one. So this is I don't know, 15 touches, give or take. There is a replay right away. So we play twice, normal speed, we stop, and same thing, right, left, right. By the way, we changed it a little bit from the Facebook post.
No, it's attack and prep.
And the
I'm just about to hit her in the head with the bar.
No?
maybe right? Why?
Why? Yeah, so you make a call, what's the explanation for the call? Justification for the call?
She's waiting on the person on the right is waiting with her hand, and the person on the left is committing
My
straight.
question was for you, not for you.
Sorry.
I know you don't.
He's trying to ace it.
You were looking right at me when you said it.
Younger people.
Yes.
It's attack left.
Preparation.
Why?
Attack and preparation.
Attack and preparation. Okay.
Та же мысль, что мы говорили, входит без удара. Даже мы уберем, что она руку на себя берет, это и есть. Но удар, атаку мы в нормальной дистанции, мы видим движение рукой.
Here's the slow mo is actually helpful. I kept a couple of the original, the trend, because it actually shows you the, I guess, the mistake. She gets into the
And
distance.
she doesn't commit.
She gets into the distance, the right one, the French. So France on the right, Japan on the left. She gets into the distance. She actually starts the attack first, off the line. She is first. But in critical distance, she's not hitting again. So it becomes attack, touch left. All right, moving on. This is a new one.
Oh.
I don't think it's a new one, actually. I think I'm playing the wrong video, but okay, that's fine.
Looks like attack left to me.
Что, нельзя
Attack
больше
left.
показать его?
Move on. Not the same way. No, this one I gotta stop. This one is not gonna play on the loop. I can break it down.
Oh man.
Нормально.
All right, one more time, regular
I
speed.
like the way they go back on the bar.
Хорошо, слева почему?
All right, attack left. Why? No, that's you, правильно.
Не, правильно, почему вы сами...
А?
Мы же дискуссируем.
Attack left. Why? Attack left. Why? There are those who made the left call, and you're being. They are demanding an explanation. You've got France. I don't know how many of you been at the World Cup level. The entire nation of France wants an explanation.
Whoa, hey, come on, that was simultaneous. Why was that attack left?
There you go. That's a very. That's like at one. When it happens in real life, it's more
Они
like
вместе
10.
шли, но на втором шаге француженка даже не приостановилась, она на том же месте подпрыгнула. Получается, что ее атака остановилась.
Конечно,
Да.
справа.
They start together.
Left commits
Look
though
at the
first.
French start. This
Look
one
what the
is
girl on the right's
flying,
doing.
right?
Yeah, she's
This one is watching,
left is committing.
and then she's going, and then look, this foot, unguarded was here. So it covered all of 5 inches of distance. The Japanese fencer, who's about probably a foot shorter, covers 2/3 of all of it.
Поставь еще раз на нормальную и скажи, что вот,
And
пусть,
again-
вот это хороший удар для выработки своего чувства.
And he is insisting that you should not be watching this at all in slow-mo. I was just doing it just to point a couple of
Leave it
things
in
out.
regular speed.
This has to be regular speed, and you need to be watching it more and more to get comfortable with it.
Вот такие фразы можно использовать чисто для
And this
тренировки
is
своего
a good,
чувства.
phrase situation to practice. All right, do I
What would
feel
your
it?
explanation be?
Do I see it?
That right stops? Is that your explanation?
Right is waiting, and left is committing immediately.
Left is committing a lot sooner.
Я
correct.
скажу, вот как я дал этот удар.
I'll tell you what I
France
did,
won't
because I
accept
was
it.
asked. I don't know if he was sent to the
That's
video.
their problem at
So
that
I'll
point.
tell you what my
То есть
explanation was.
это удар, он происходит и моментально, не думая. Тут в сабле очень многие удары невозможно думать, это нет. Это чувство. Произошло, а так туш.
When it happened, he said there was no thinking. I wasn't replaying it in my mind.
Right.
I see aggression from the left, back to again swords and, you know, the real stuff. This one is committing and going and hitting, and yeah, I can go look at the video and see why and what. But I see aggression from the left, I see it delivering the hit, and I called it, you know, just right there on the spot. 9 out of 10, he says that, I can relate. It's, once you start thinking, nothing good comes out. You're better off actually going on and looking at it, going and looking at it yourself a couple of times without being asked. Okay. Also, there was another touch in here, it's still on Facebook, I'm not going to take it away, where people question, no, it's somewhat similar. She does, it's a previous touch actually. It is somewhat similar.
I know which one you mean.
Right. And a couple of people wrote, well, I see fences stop, and so it should be Japanese attack. The previous touch was a word to French. There are two issues there. But again, I told people, I think actually posted now, saying, look, first of all, this is something for a discussion, and well-known fencers, well, at least one, said, no, I see it differently. I said, well, here's the problem. We can sit here and discuss all day long till we're blue. In the end, we have to agree. We have to come close. Because it's not okay for to say, well, let's just, for me, it's attack. What was happening, and this is from the old days, and it's not surprising to me that the person who questioned the call was a old school, very good Russian fencer. There used to be an action used a lot. Popular generation of Paznikovs and Gutsites and all of that in the 90s. We both go, jump lunge, let's say. The other side goes jump stop. Most of the time we're going to make fall short, but every now and then from this pause, we hit counterattack, and we know it's counterattack because after this is so always you're trying to get one light, you cover. So whenever a person tries to cover, by definition, it ain't going to be an attack. So that touch kind of resembles what was that situation. The difference was in that situation, French started way early. She's on a full-blown attack. And then the other person is counter-attacking basically into it, and she slows down, and she finishes. So if you reverse it from the simultaneous situation, which it wasn't, it was just in the box, it was French attack, it slowed down and it finished. Again, it slowed down, unlike with PT and you knew the fence on the left. Slowed down early enough so that there was room for in preparation, there was nothing hit. Continuation together was attack right. Anyway, moving on. And how we're doing on time? We said 90 minutes, so we have 34. We're good. All right, one more.
Andrew.
Show it again. I actually wasn't looking.
Okay. This is straight from the FIE stuff.
Does she carry it or not?
Well, the sound on the YouTube is way late. No, he's giving me a hard time over playing in slow motion. Voila.
Молодые ничего не говорят.
He's like, guys, this is 90% of the idea was for you, the younger generation. So, do you see make full short?
Oh, my idea? Left.
Yeah, attack lens. This is one of those that got through.
Мы почему вот эти фразы показываем? Они на грани, то есть это не так просто.
And again,
Это мы стоим в расслабленном состоянии и даем, когда становимся на дорожку, это не такой простой удар. Это
these are not one lights.
буквально
These are not easy
полсекунды,
touches.
может быть, нет справа налево.
The purpose of the compilation not to show how great this guy and his assistant, the Turkish referee, what wonderful job they've done. These were tough touches. They had to reverse a couple of calls, they had to go back, but in the debrief, it was agreed upon that it was a very well done entire match that gave a big lead to Japan, and France clawed back, and it was, and if those of you who have seen the post, do no harm. I mean, this is really what this is all about. It's not about I'm Mr. FIE or Ms. FIE or go away. Is this the right call? Because the fences will adjust against any call.
Я скажу одну фразу. Вот,
It looks so weird played backwards. It looks so weird played
Ну,
backwards.
представьте, как вы в это в бою даете, и даете ли.
Right.
Вот об этом надо
And
думать.
that's again back to the do no harm and making sure the sport stays on the proper footing is because again on video over and over that's one thing. Giving the score in real time and even here with the parents and coaches and not having a lot of distance and angles and it's tough. I don't know why anybody would want to be a referee. All right, instant replay.
Don't convince us.
This is one light, right?
No, sorry, I hit last too soon. Yeah. Is it one
It's
light?
one light.
Oh, it is one light.
No, I can make those calls.
I wouldn't jump to that. I blew that one. I blew the one
Какие
light.
акцию пусть скажут, какая
All
разница?
right, action. All right, thank you for one light. Action.
Actually, it's a-
Assume two lights.
Reprise attack.
For the hell of it, assume no lights, so two lights. What's the action?
I
What's it
I
called?
didn't even
attack
really
left
see
touche.
that one.
Reprise attack left touche.
Почему?
What's the tell sign? Why?
You will stop, she's go one for attack, and the other girl can attack. Look at her hand.
I'm not pronouncing.
She's
Да,
covered.
здесь очень важно, что, во-первых, она
There are two important tell signs.
остается на месте.
I didn't
She
see
stays
it.
put.
Yes. Это очень тонко, но остается.
Right.
И второе, это можно
I
почувствовать
wanna
по
give it
технике
close.
ее удара.
I gotta go.
Она реально делает
Second one, what
контратаку.
we just talked about.
Covering.
Yep.
That is, if I'm attacking, and I know anything, I mean, why 12 fencers do that? If they're attacking, they ain't gonna be covering. They know when it's there right away, when it isn't. Who said one light? Talking about how refereeing, I don't envy you people. Bout to make the final, two famous fencers, one of the best Hungarians and one of the best Poles. I blew the one light at 10:10. There was a lot of screaming, there was no video, it was simultaneous, Poles were going nuts. And I finally turned to them, I say, leave me alone, what the hell, something along the lines of what you were telling me in there. And in a very gentle way, we have good relationship, and finally I understand what they were saying. One lampa, одна lampa, one light. So I look at the machine is off. I look around, everybody's watching with the last bout, and they go, kind of a couple of people going, like, okay, Hungarians being Hungarians, you can't do that. I didn't even go to the video, there was no video, I didn't even go, I'm like, okay, can't do it, and it was Schneider.
Одно неофициальная реплика. Очень будьте в будущем, кто в будущем будет судить международные соревнования, очень будьте осторожны с венграми, с итальянцами, но с американцами им не грозит.
Just a word of advice for those of you who are going to be directing internationally. Be always careful with the Hungarians and Italians, and good luck with Americans. But again, in the old days when you have an understanding, I said, okay, and Schneider was like, what the hell? And again, the guy passed away, and he was a great referee too, at the World Championships of all places. And I said, don't worry about it, just get in there. Ready, fence, that's right, 11-11 is good. I'm sure if I wouldn't approve, but the reason I did it, not because I had a lot of license but the reason I did it was to preserve again, it should have been, the score should have been what it should have been. So back to kind of do no harm. All right.
I don't have comfort post on the left.
Yep, that's straight from the FIE video. And there's even slow-mo. Sorry.
Boom, boom. That's beautiful.
Good, clean.
Останови. Насчет
Okay,
этого поговорить.
he wants to tell you something.
Очень простая фраза.
Super simple,
Но почему мы это даем? Поверьте мне,
but why are we showing this?
очень рефери очень высокого класса делают даже в таких фразах. Бывают такие ошибки.
Part of the
Очень
reason,
многое зависит от вашего настроя на дорожке. Как вы готовы, как вы чувствуете. Боитесь ли вы, не боитесь ли. Поэтому это не так,
the
вырабатывайте.
counter repost, both in the FIE video and here, these calls get blown. You blink your eye and it does happen fast.
Иногда бывает дашь удар сам. В принципе, сейчас сам
And in slow-mo, nobody should make this mistake.
абсолютно без ошибок практически невозможно.
And there are mistakes.
Иногда они бывают очень простые. Но надо быть к этому готовым, но снизить процент этого, чтобы самое главное, чтобы не менялся результат матча. Мы видим часто, когда просто бои переворачиваются.
Right, and again, kind of back to no harm and just why we even doing this. look, in a subjective sport like this, we'll never be 100% free, right? It's not gonna be 100% accurate. The goal is to improve. The goal is not to reverse the outcome. There was a big discussion at where the observer said, it was okay. There were 2 mistakes at the end, but they went 50-50, it's okay. It is not okay. And he made that point, and a very valid point. It's 13-13. I make fall short, referee reverses the call. He makes make fall short, referee reverses the call. 14-14, what do?
Потом
Lose
бывает,
another touch, hoping that he's going to reverse the call again. It destroys the sport. And if you can find Atlanta Bout, Atlanta Olympics 96 Paznikov good side, you will see that situation. And it wasn't one reverse, there were 2 reverse calls. And
и потом
should have had a different Olympic champion.
еще раз скажу. Еще скажи, что надо так подготовиться, особенно когда выходишь на международный уровень. Ты можешь одну ошибку сделать, но такую, что просто все поймут, что ты просто никакой. Есть ошибки, которые нельзя делать. Очень простые. Стараться надо избежать.
In the world of mistakes, of course we want to decrease the number of mistakes, reverse the outcomes, etc. And there are mistakes people understand at the high level of the sport, he blew it. That's fine. Consistently not calling one over the other, that's problematic, and that's what
бывают удары.
FIE is trying to clean up the line.
Еще одну речь. Бывают удары, которые, вот я на своем опыте
And in
скажу.
my experience,
Я судил финал чемпионата Европы в 2004 году.
Long
Да.
time ago, European Championship final.
Не было видео,
Prehistoric times, no
тогда
video.
не было. Счет был 44-44.
44-44.
Была очень сложная фраза, они долго
It was
двигались.
complicated, they went back and forward.
В итоге мне повезло, горела одна лампа.
I was lucky it was one light.
Потом я спросил, а если бы было 2 лампы? Спросил
And then
у
I
одних.
asked both teams and a
Спросил
whole bunch of referees. If there are 2 lights, it was 1 light. If there are 2 lights, what was the action?
у другой команды, у коллег своих, у тренеров. То есть там не давать удар нельзя было. Ну
It was
невозможно.
not, and it was not a good option to say, nah,
У
no
всех
touch.
был один ответ. Непонятно.
The answer was it wasn't, nobody, it wasn't clear.
Такое тоже бывает. Но такое бывает не так часто, как нам
It
кажется.
happens, but it doesn't happen too often, so when we see a bout with a whole bunch of touches thrown away, it usually is a tell sign of something is not right. Okie dokie, action 6, we're almost home free. Right? Yeah.
Oh, beat attack. Right.
The slow-mo on this one helps.
Ты сразу не
But,
давай сломать.
okay, he's giving me enough time overshake, right, letting it run. But you should have, he's wanted to the questions before on this action, said you really should have formed the opinion. No, do not go, well, not do not go to video. Obviously go to video if they send you or if you need to. But you should have formed the opinion on the, when the blades meet, who's going which way. The Japanese is taking 4. Is French hitting into 4?
No.
No.
И как разберут эту фразу?
Unfair, attack unfair.
Нет, тебя спрашиваю.
No, they do.
Yes, it's not to do prise de fer. It's attack couvert.
Yeah.
Хорошо? И еще я вернусь к Эндрю, который он фразу сказал.
Man, he got on his lucky list somehow, huh?
То первую фразу, которую я не о фразе говорю сейчас, которую мы сказали, он сказал, тот берет парад и есть блейд, есть касание. Значит, парад. Вот скажи ему, что этого нельзя говорить никогда. Это большая ошибка.
This is kind of a courtesy, whatever, free advice.
Я говорю о его, как его мнении, что
In general,
он
just even the way you phrase that silicate touch, I see the blade contact, hence it's better repose. That's going to lead you, it's going to get you in trouble, because that in by itself.
на каждом семинаре
Every seminar
нам говорят, что, ребята, если есть блейд, это не значит, что был парад.
Blade doesn't make parry. Blade contact.
That's not what I said before. It was specific to the situation, but
Он говорил конкретно об этом, и окей, поехали. I'm definitely deleting that.
Ну, это я им просто посоветовал, мало ли, не помешайте, я думаю.
спасибо.
There you go. Alrighty, next I stopped it before slow-mo. Left, right? No, I said I stopped it. Jesus Christ.
Yes, please defend from right.
Again, I feel
Yes.
your pain, Andrew, and I don't know what he tells you in the referee room. All right, last time, before slow-mo.
I completely missed that one.
Please defend
You
from
start
right.
it, Mike.
Oh, right, I'm sorry.
Дальше
Left attack,
it's
left
easy
attack.
touch, yes?
Left
She's
attack.
looking for the blade.
She's
It wasn't
looking
easy
for the
touch for me.
I couldn't tell if right me got
Right.
the blade. That's what I did.
Right, she's looking for the blade, and the Japanese goes around. And when you watch the entire, by the way, again, I'll email you this, but I would highly recommend watching the entire bout now, because these touches are taken out of context. So like that very first touch, remember where the French was going forward and it wasn't clear why she wasn't finishing the attack? Well, the reason she wasn't finishing the attack is because the previous touch, two touches ago, was simultaneous, and she did direct honest attack, so to speak. Next touch, Japanese made her fall short and killed her. And then sure enough, she doesn't want that to happen again, and she took extra. And therefore she paid for it. Now again, they talk, at least back in the day, they talked about in the FIE seminars that context is important, but you can't just, context is not everything. The touch
Опять же,
has
для
to
этого
stand in by
нужно
itself.
вырабатывать свое чувство.
He's back to the feeling. All right, let's see what the feeling tells us here. Oh,
Стоп, стоп, остановись.
it's
Step back, reprise attack.
That's reprise from the right.
Блин, скажи, что они так прекрасно все видят, я горжусь. Я это пошел видео смотреть.
he said you guys he's proud of you.
Это я пошел на
know.
видео
He
посмотреть.
said he went to video on his own. Nobody sent him there.
But would have had the guts to call it.
Well, he went to the video. He didn't have the guts to call it. He didn't have the feeling. He knew something
Believe me,
was
not
funny.
simple. If you stay
No,
and
yes, yes.
5,000 people watching,
Exactly.
If I'm not easy, I'll go to the video. Yeah, not easy, of course.
not easy, but
It's
Here's
just
now.
now.
Here, I don't care if it's wrong. If I say it wrong, it's
Here's
fine.
slow-mo.
Yeah, she took too many.
Japanese jumped in same play.
I also think, okay, my opinion, not his. This is a little bit problematic video to show at a youth tournament.
Because
again,
they're harder, it's harder for them to change direction.
Well, the issue is this, like I showed another video to a bunch of people, and Italians, and it's a part of their culture, with little kids, they go to convention. Attack, no, repost has all the time in the world. That's for little kids. For, higher level, so the question becomes almost, she cheated. By the way, look, you know why. She shows what she did, watch. Yeah, repost. And I was showing to my kids, and if she'd done that,
Yes.
that would have been hers, of course. But that's not what happened.
Марат after jump same play.
Right. She wants the other person to go
И
back.
скажи, что мы это можем чувствовать. В принципе, я это почувствовал, но я решил проверить на
She said, I
видео.
kind of had a feeling, but I wanted to double
Да.
check before anybody
Мы
said
можем
me.
просто даже
I
по
went to the
длине
video.
атаки почувствовать, что не может один сделать шаг, выпад в глубину, а другой заканчивать практически рукой на месте.
Again,
Не может быть
the
такого.
big part here that led him to the decision, which was agreed upon to be the right decision. Again, this was a split decision, but the kind of higher ranking people said, no. This is a reprise attack. And their logic and explanation was this. The fencer on the right has entire distance to go advance lunge. If the person who's supposed to be giving riposte, if I'm running, I took the parry with metal.
И дистанция какая?
And
После
I'm going
парада.
for riposte. How the hell is she fitting in a full advanced lunge in there? But she is. Limbach from the right goes, as soon as the riposte, it's coincidence, she got lucky. There wasn't an opening there. She wasn't doing the attack. But she just, finished and went again. And Japanese wanted to double check and pay for it. All right, we're staying on time here. Couple more touches.
Останавливай. Вот сразу же медленно не шло.
Okay,
Очень важно.
he wants you to make this call. All right, so this is a call. Action 9.
You can't see.
No benefit of replay. Left, right, left.
My question for you.
Так, туш.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, who hasn't committed yet? I see a bunch of rights. Instant replay, regular speed.
Потому что если даже на линию я иду, очень многие судьи дают один держит линию, другой ищет, но он же ищет.
One,
Поэтому, но если ищет, ты должен уколоть. Ты не можешь
But if you
убрать.
have the line and he is searching, you're supposed to disengage.
Что такое,
with the
скажи
line.
вопрос, что такое линия? Вообще,
What is
как мы
point
используем,
Kind of.
что такое линия?
What is the line? That's a question for you.
What is the line?
Who wants to give a definition of a line to our
Andrew,
youngest
what is a line?
referee here? Who was observed and did great.
She did great.
What's your name?
Anthony,
Что говорит?
And what's the answer to his question? What is a line?
the line.
Yes,
A point in line.
the point in line, sorry.
What is it?
Have their blade and try to get around the feet.
Оставил и пытаешься уколоть.
Я понимаю, что просто. Ну что это так? Что такое
It's attack.
Okay, he's still...
That is attack.
It's attack.
Okay, somebody speaks
Если ты
French.
выходишь из своей атаки,
It's your attack, and when you break
я
it,
ищу.
you're losing
Идя
right
вперед,
away.
action affinity.
I
А
am
ты
searching.
выходишь с атаки.
I'm
В любом
going
случае, это,
forward. I'm
если ты
searching.
поставил,
You have the right of way with this.
ты должен
Moment of
уколоть,
grace.
или же выйти из дистанции,
So there are
остановить
two
атаку,
ways.
потом...
Either you need to score a point with a point, or you need to completely break the distance and start again full attack in there. Okay. Action 10. I will. Okay, left, right, left. Left. The sooner you tell it will. Okay, we have one left taker on the first viewing.
Эндрю,
Left. We have right. Okay, right. You made the call for the. No, no.
I'm not.
Well, no, it's fine. We're not going to send Durrell in your face. So, no, actually, that would be Mr. Lee from Japan or Korea, whatever. But anyway, I think there is.
покажи до конца, пусть посмотрит до конца. Прямо до назначения этой удара. Пусть посмотрит до конца.
Нет удара, есть slow motion.
В смысле, когда дается удар, нету этого?
Нет.
Давай еще. Еще.
No,
Да.
you're not going to watch it in slow motion. You're going to really watch it in real.
Well, now it's gonna be.
Well, you're going to be watching it in reverse first. Okay, are we ready?
I think I'm going purblind.
I think it's
Don't tell him that.
there's no guard to the mask.
We talked about that. We talked about that. So at least we.
Not
No, she doesn't hit there.
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
It's close, but she doesn't hit.
But isn't that still paraphrase?
We talked about that. We did talk about that.
You just inches.
So their question is mask guard.
No, but look, but the guard hit the lemay.
In that case, it's.
Мы говорим о фразе.
He still
Там не
wants,
было этой проблемы.
Okay, so pair repost, right? We're in agreement,
Yeah.
right? Okay. К тебе вопрос. Почему нет карты за маску?
Потому что там это произошло быстро. Не было видео, никто не посылал.
Right.
Не было процентов, но это... Если мы начнем все фразы, так мы много чего такого найдем.
Well,
Мы говорим о фразе.
here's another thing with slow-mo, right? You start seeing things that may not be there, or that clearly it's there. But is it an issue or not? You said during the call, the focus was on pair repost. The first reaction, Japanese looking back at her coach, Lee, he says, it's against us, get ready for next touch. That was it. Nobody got hurt. Not a good reason, by the way.
Okay, for
Nobody made
that mistake. Okay. Action.
Можно сказать парад репост?
Да?
Да.
Многие сказали, Эндрю.
Нет, парад репост. Chris the French, что угодно.
Now, here's
Okay.
the thing though.
There are 3 bonus touches. No more, where are we time-wise? We are right on time. That's the last touch. That's not an issue. So that's the last touch. That's most people, and again.
And she telegraphed it and still got it.
Right.
She
'Cause-
telegraphed it here, you see, and then she
Right.
gets it.
Because I can't believe she would go there again.
False.
En effect, ik dat ik zeker
And
ben.
then real Terry Best same way.
But there were a couple of.
Dan mag je dat eens doen.
Okay. Test. There is no or maybe there is a replay. This way, you have not seen this on Facebook.
Again. Пусть скажут, они все
Okay, you guys are quiet. Everybody wants to get out of here. Right, left, right. Japan or France? Japan. Japan. Do we have takers for France?
No,
We do. All right. Can you make the call, please? Explain why. What's the
For
call?
France?
Well, yeah, you made a call, but
Preparation on
why?
the left, attack on the right.
Preparation from the left, attack from the right. Okay. Well, that's
Guys, it's still reprise attack from left. No, stop, but brunette.
She keeps going backwards.
Brunette stay same place. Japan start again. And brunette touch and
she turns. She does not turn the light on where she needs to turn the light on. She turns the light on as she's beginning to cover. So it's counterattack, right back. That's a
Agreed.
big tell sign. Finish. For back, like the way at least we were taught in classical, you can't demand an attack on this action.
Maybe
If
we'll
this
do
is
our
your
own
final
clinic at some
position,
point.
Good luck. Okay. Well, and that's, yeah, I purposely. Yeah,
Merci beaucoup.
yeah, merci beaucoup. Okay. Second, there are literally 2 touches left.
I'll stop.
Yada, yada, yada.
Left, right, left. I'll play it regular
I'm going
speed
with left
again.
again.
We have a taker for left. What would be the call for the left?
Left stops, right stops, left goes.
After they both stop, left's feet start before right's feet do.
Okay, let's watch it one more time. Replay regular speed.
Stop, stop, go.
I would call simultaneous.
Simo. We have a Simo. We have left. Anybody wants to take right? All right, last time. Ты объясняй, они устали. И все устали.
To do stop, boss. But left fencer start first. Still reprise attack the gauche. Very quickly, but it's. Ты объясни, что некоторые если очень быстро, это не значит, что акции не было. Мы для этого и делаем, чтобы показывать на скорости все.
That's, you look.
No, you
how do
feel
you
it,
see
it's a
that?
rhythm.
How did you? Well, that's not going to work with these guys. The analogy, but how did we drive? Right? We got the permit. We got the license. We bought the car. We drove like grandma for a while. At least I know I did. And then I thought I was in the Formula One, and then 3 cars later, I was safe driving with my kids.
Виталий, это
So,
последнее?
no, one more.
Окей. Если мы не будем давать такие фразы, то грош нам цена как судьи.
Okay, that's harsh for Saturday, but if we don't make these calls, we don't deserve to be
То,
referees.
что судить
Well, we're not very good referees.
удары, которые
It's
берет
a Russian expression, I don't know.
по защита, ответ, это
Yeah,
все могут
fair
давать.
post,
Тогда
one right.
цена
Unless
судьи
you
в
and
чем?
me, you should miss that. Nobody should miss that.
Уровень судьи,
But,
в принципе,
that
определяется такими
is
ударами.
what separates people who are willing to, find this. They find that right away. Right away was there.
На этих соревнованиях было
French, and this
очень
is-
много таких ударов.
This is their crawling back. Go ahead. Yeah.
And they
I agree. I think it's touch left. I said that already, but this is a hard call to make.
It is a
She's only starting slightly ahead. So if you don't see that, you just need to look more and like practice more.
right?
This came up before. This came up. This analogy came up before. The Russians have extremely politically incorrect expression. You can be a little bit pregnant. In direct distance, we're here. Either one of us can hit. In this distance, whoever goes first by 1/1,000,000th of a second has the right of way. If we give tactical riposte, then I can, if I took the parry, this is still my riposte as long as the light goes on. So for the referees who are, still developing or young, if you have that, if you have that template window for timing, you're gonna have a very hard time separating the touches when both stop and neutral, and then somebody goes. Usually somebody goes first. If you have tactical advantage, then we are a tactical weapon. I mean, again, just for full transparency, my daughter kept on losing counterattacks today. I said, they want to hit counterattack, let them hit. Invite them to counterattack and finish. And when she did, every single one of you, I might have been not happy with some touches, but nobody blew that touch. As long as the second light was one, it's still attacked. But she's the one running, right? So that's a tactical advantage. But when in neutral, that is enough. That is, you can look at that video and say simultaneously.
Вот мы
Comments
видим,
about this.
мы видим повторную атаку слева.
We see
Очень
the attack from the
тонкую.
left.
Многие не увидели ее.
You didn't see, you might have not seen it in real time.
Вот
That's
сейчас
understandable.
видит кто-нибудь?
But now, do you see it now?
Yeah, in slow motion we can see.
Сейчас на медленной скорости? Да. Well, there goes my comment about slow motion applying to blade actions. But yeah, that's...
Я не сторонник, чтобы slow motion пока.
I already explained them the slow motion, how much you hate it, they know that. All right, you're gonna have to look at it one more time.
Can we go back to the beginning and watch it in real time one more time?
Which one, this touch?
This touch, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what my orders are.
And can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
So when I'm looking at actions like this, I try to look at the space between them and keep both fencers and the lights in my peripheral vision. So try looking at the black spot on the handle of the saber as the action is happening.
Давай покажи еще.
Like spot.
On the light.
You see what I'm saying? Exactly, right there. So focus on that and use your periphery to see the two fencers. When you look at it like that, you'll see that the person on the left is starting first.
You gotta relax.
All right, ready, set, go.
Yeah.
So you see how you can kind of see her leaning into it? You need to look past the two of them and then just watch them with your peripheral vision.
Этот удар
And I'll
надо
take the
чувствовать.
video, you do the translating.
Okay.
Этот удар надо почувствовать.
Yeah. You gotta watch it many times. Look, if you're directing a long bout and there are like two of these calls.
Я уже не говорю о том, что здесь мы видели очень много ударов, когда один делает два шага выпад, другой стоит на месте, остается обоюдно. Вот этого надо избегать.
Yeah, I mean, this is again very tight, but okay, I think there's one more. All right, here it is, 34-32. Ready? Set, не мешаешь, не мешаешь.
Jalla.
All right, we got a couple left. I see it right. Let's do instant replay.
У меня предложение есть. Соревнование провести на видео. Записать и потом посмотреть. Лучше получается.
Right fucking
From now on, your job is just to say ready fence, and they send the video up here, and then the committee decides who
That's
lives or
football.
dies. I think the Soviets tried that actually. They didn't end well for a lot of people.
Это в принципе то же самое, но здесь еще ярче обозначено. По скорости, по дистанции и по технике права спортсмена. Не может человек выиграть. Ударив
Very similar action. We purposefully put it one behind the other. Right, put more pressure, but then she went back a lot and spent time there. So this is the beginning of the attack from the right,
Left's already
and
started.
the tell sign. I'm sorry, beginning of the attack from the left, obviously, and the tell sign is the execution of the hit of the French. And she hits counter attacks most of the time then first. So be very careful.
Тут еще одна реплика. Тут, в принципе, француженка поймала, мое мнение, что она поймала в нормальное время. Она проиграла не по времени и дистанции, а по технике.
My opinion as a coach now, I think French had it. Execution failed her. It was her touch to lose, and she lost.
Вот представим, что
She
она
had the timing.
в этой дистанции сделала бы нормальный выпад.
If she did the
Однозначно была бы
hit
атака
lunge,
справа.
I said I would have been the first one to go that way. But that's not what happened. She wanted, whatever, it's the nerves, whatever. There was a split moment that she wanted to double check, and that cost her because the other person wasn't double checking.
He who hesitates is lost.
Okay, it looks like we got more.
Это другая фраза.
Yeah.
Это другая.
Okay.
That was like right.
Ready?
That's right.
I have right. I have a bunch of rights.
Покажи.
I have rights.
Есть дальше, как она, я ее мнение похвалил.
No?
By the way, okay, this was a slightly different conversation. On video, often, not on video, the referee who's on video, often if, being yelled at by a whole team, you say, well, I was on video, what could I do? This is what you could do. The referee missed the call.
Ask him to come back.
But, and it was loud, he stood up and he was yelling, he was calling the ref over. The fencer noticed that, so they go look at the video, Well, he's like, look, he's.
Она не имела уже видео.
And there were no videos.
What?
There were no videos.
I called.
Yeah.
So and he was trying to do it not in an open
Она дала
way,
обоюдно.
but she couldn't hear. So, and he kept on, no, we need to look at this together. Because again, the kind of the do no harm part is getting messed up here a little bit. And they looked and he didn't know, she just, when she came over, she said, just have a look. And she's like, oh, yep. And she went, literally he didn't say a word, just have a look. And she went and right away reversed it and everybody was cool with it, including the Japanese.
Because the Japanese, you don't have Italian made a problem.
Well,
It's inherited of that.
okay.